So we got to this place where we're able to upload, in the last video, able to upload files into our Firebase storage, and we're even able to see those in our gallery after we've uploaded them there by accessing the URLs. But this isn't really ideal, because what'll happen is, so in our first thing that didn't involve an online database, right? We could drag and drop our own files and see them in our web browser, and that's cool. But what about if I want to have somebody else drag and drop something into my hosted website? I need to put that in cloud storage, right? So that anybody anywhere can access it. And now that we're uploading those files, we've got this hosted, cloud hosted URL, which is cool. But this is only going to show images. It's only going to show the images that get dragged and dropped into my browser still, right? Because it's just going to have those download URLs. What I want is a reference to all the generated URLs. And so what I want to do is I want to, when people are uploading a file into Firebase storage, I want to also include a reference into firestore that will save that URL. And then in my page, I want to have a way to keep track of any changes to that real-time database. So what I'm going to do is configure now Firestore to go with this. And we'll just say, make a constant here called db. And we'll set that to firebase.firestore. And so that's going to refer to Firebase. That's going to refer to my Firestore database over here always. And then I can say const images ref. And this is going to be, I'll set this equal to that Firestore, a collection in that Firestore, which I'm going to call images. So now I can use this constant images ref anytime I want to say db.collection, or anytime really what I want to say is firebase.firestore.collection, collection images. And I can now use that images ref inside of that file uploader we just made. And in here, I'm going to say images ref dot add, and we'll add an object here that's going to say image URL download URL. So that download URL that we got before, we're going to add it into our images collection on Firestore with a key of image URL. And you can see mine over here. Each one of these documents in here has an image URL that leads to Firestore. And so now that I've got every time I drag and drop an image in now, it's going to add that image to Firebase storage and grab the URL of that image on Firebase storage and then add it to my images collection. And I hope that makes sense. That each one of these image URLs here comes from this Firebase storage. And there's a bunch of images in here that don't have URLs in there. And that's just because I was kind of setting it up and failing a little bit, and it took me minutes. It often happens, and so be patient with yourself if it's not working for you right away. And please reach out to me if you're having any trouble with any of this stuff. The last thing we're going to do here is, so you can see I took this add to gallery out. We're not currently adding anything to gallery. We're going to now add to gallery, but we're going to do it inside of a snapshot listener on this images ref. So what I'm going to do is set up a snapshot listener that's going to listen for any changes to that gallery. And anytime there's a change to that gallery, it's going to update the DOM. And so what we'll do is we'll say images ref dot on snapshot. And this listener is going to get back a snapshot anytime it fires. And we'll say let update equal snapshot dot doc. No, wait, that's not right. Doc changes. And so now we should get a list of all of the documents in this collection that have changed. And we can say update dot for each image. And we can check out the data if we want to. Image dot doc dot data. But more importantly, we're going to say add to gallery, passing in image dot doc dot data. So that same thing, but then dot image URL. And so that's this image.doc.data is going to give us all the objects that are there. And image.doc.data.image URL will give us just this URL. And then I'll pass that URL into my add to gallery function, and it should show up on the DOM. And that's pretty much that, folks. I think I'll come back in a next video to show you how to integrate all this into a P5 sketch, where we'll have these image URLs, and then as they come in, we'll load them into our sketch and draw something fantastical with them, like a unicorn or a kitten, or maybe just some rotating discs. All right. See you.